To save you. They're trying to save you, brother. They're trying to save you from yourself. Because you don't know how to handle the walls. Ah, yes. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at over there. Look at all of that. Look at all of that.
Word.
We out here in nature. Looking good, smelling good, and pine and nature out here.
Naturey.
Smell all of that fresh. Ain't no smog. That's good.
Okay. Anywho, guys, welcome
to the J&O Show,
where we talk about
things that we were never told. I'm Jay.
And I'm O.
And now you know.
If you guys are new to our channel, please make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so you can know we upload, because you never want to miss an episode. Also, if you guys are new here, if you have ideas for show topics, go ahead and drop them down below in the comment section and write #next_show, so that way we can easily filter through and give you more of what you want. Yes. All right. So today we're kind of going to piggyback off of comment that I made in our last video, which was speaking to some podcasters or YouTubers that he watches. I watch occasionally when he be like, "Babe, come here, look at this," and I just be like, "Why?"
I sure do. I sure do.
The Fresh and Fit podcast. I said it right.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Different angle, chain up the angle. There you go.
So in our last video, I was telling you guys, and when I say guys, I literally mean guys. Like, be careful as far as the information. Like, don't get me wrong. I believe that they have some information that can be useful. But it depends on what you're looking for. Something that's very disturbing to me that I heard,
not nearly as disturbing as me. I was like, oh, okay. And that you know,
word.
Life would have been different if I would have did that. All right, go ahead. It would have been real different.
But yeah, one of the things I heard that was very disturbing was that the guys need to go out and like sleep with 50 women or as many women as they possibly can so that they can become desensitized. I'm like, pause. Dude. People are actually telling people to go do this? Oh, hell no! And I know that people are actually listening to it and following suit. Now, the reasoning that they're giving guys to do this is because they're saying that they need to desensitize themselves so that they're not taken advantage of by women.
Easily manipulated.
Easily manipulated.
So this is what happens. This is what happened. Look, I'm gonna let her finish. Look. When a woman comes up to you, man, and she say, "Hey, how you doing? I think you're cute. Yes. I'm gonna give you the walls. Gonna give you the walls. Gonna give you the walls." Got it! When she does that to a man who is not experienced in these things, let's say this is his first, second, third, or maybe fourth time being with a woman, and she's like, "I'm gonna give you the walls." You know what he does? Loses his mind. You can't take it. Then she goes, "You know what? I need a new car." He goes, "I can afford a new car, but we're gonna make it work." That's what happens. And they're trying to save you. They're trying to save you, brother. They're trying to save you from yourself. Because you don't know how to handle the walls. Go ahead, you finish.
Okay, so that just happened. And I mean, yes, everyone should learn how to deal with members of the opposite sex. However, sleeping with a whole bunch of women is not the answer to helping you to become like desensitized, especially if your argument is, or you're saying that there's no good women out there and you're trying to find a woman, because I'm assuming that you want to be in a committed relationship. You may eventually want to get married.
I don't know if the guys are as much into the marriage as the women. I think it's a good idea for guys to get married, because that's the only way that you really be able to build good societies and communities. But guys don't really care as much about marriage.
Okay, well, let's say not marriage, but why are they having these why are they having these conversations? Is it not because they're looking for somebody to settle down with? Maybe not marriage, but just a long-term relationship?
Well, a lot of these guys is looking for anybody to do anything.
He needs some
the dating market has gotten so bad. What did they say? 20% of the men, 15-20% of the men are trying to find a discreet way to say this. 15 to 20% of the men are mating. It's not real mating because they're not trying to have babies, but they're mating with 80% of the women. I think that was the number that they just threw out there. So the 80% of the guys are just virgins or celibate or very rarely experience these things.
Bruh.
So when they do, they lose their ever-loving mind and give the woman everything they want. And they don't necessarily have to be, you know, wanting long. They want anything.
Yes, sir. Can I get an amen? Yes.
Anything. Apparently, that's how bad it's gotten. They want anything. But go ahead. Your point still stands.
But yeah, I'm like, well, that made me think of a whole nother thing.
Here we go.
No, I was gonna say, because part of the issue with that is not having an example for you to look at on how to deal with these things. But anyway, yeah, like if you're looking basically to have somebody that you can confide in and somebody that you can have companionship with for long term, even if it's not necessarily in marriage. Why are you making this face?
Go ahead.
You sleeping around with a whole bunch of people to desensitize yourself is not good, because then when you do find the one that you want to be with, you're going to have issues trying to connect and be intimate with your partner. Hello? Like, you can't just flip a switch and then automatically it comes back on. You've done so much with so many people, and you've been telling yourself that all women are trash, and now all women cheat, all women lie, all women this, or all women that. When you do finally find someone that you feel as though you is worthy or what have you, you're going to open a whole nother can of worms, because this is the tolerance or the behaviors that you've adopted over the months or years or whatever, you know, that you've been acting like that.
Bruh.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna try to simplify what she said. Trash attracts more trash. If you
That's a good point.
If you have trash behavior, you're gonna attract trash people.
Good
So
point.
if you're doing trash stuff, you're gonna attract trash people. That's a truism in life. It just is what it is.
And that's why these guys, okay, that's why they be having these conversations and talking about women being like this. I'm sorry, but if that's your mentality, that's a trashy mentality. No wonder you keep on attracting these type of women.
Bruh.
So
I said it. That's right.
So
sorry,
So
not
look.
sorry.
Look. All right. So look, let me see if I can do this short, because y'all know I'm long-winded. Men and women both pair bond. Pair bonding is what happens when you physically connect with someone intimately, and you guys develop an emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical connection to each other, and you're drawn to each other. Some people be saying, you know, you get caught slipping. Some people say that you
That's the hood way.
Yes, that's the hood way today. They say you got caught slipping, but or you pee whipped for the men and stuff like that, right? So here's the thing. Pee whipping is an intentional design of biology. You're meant to pair bond with the person that you're intimate with.
Right.
It is in and of itself a good thing, because it helps to encourage the unit staying together, which builds society and communities. It encourages family building, right? So what's happening is the dating market has gotten so bad that the men and the women are trying to find a way to protect themselves from each other. Instead of doing something that is like totally crazy and wacky that nobody would ever think of, like be honest and don't take bullshit, they decide to do these other things, right? Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you're a straight talker and you don't take no bull, you'll start to weed out them people real quick. Like as soon as something oh, you was lying. Everybody make mistakes. You got one more again. You got one more again. If you don't cut her off immediately, because if it's like date 2 and she already lying, why is she still there for a date 3?
Bruh.
Wrap it.
Yep.
So, but everybody makes mistakes. We're all human, right?
Right.
Yeah, you got one more again. I don't do that lying stuff. You lying to me, bro, it's over. Like, regardless of what you did, you lying makes it like it's worse than everything. And they misstep again. Yeah, we done. Why? You lying to me, and I don't move like that. It's a lot of unnecessary drama. But the problem is we have a culture that attracts toxic behaviors and thinks that that's something that we need to want.
Right.
We think we need toxic relationships.
We
Because
don't.
I know she cares because when something happens, she tries to hit me upside the head with a pot. Or she tried to shoot me the other day. I know she loved me.
Boy, if you don't...
What is wrong with you? Bruh, no. Like,
I'm laughing, but that ain't funny.
but it's a lot of people who are like that. I understand the allure of that type of intense emotional
Right.
stuff with people. I understand the allure. I was in a situation that was like toxic like that, so I understand it, but I didn't marry that. That was cute and all when I was dating and I was 22. But when it's time to get married and get serious and figure who you're going to build your life with, nah, ain't nobody got time for that, right? If you're going and you're desensitizing yourself from pair bonding, you're going to bring automatic issues into your relationship. Most of the people that are telling you to destroy your ability to pair bond do not believe in marriage in the first place.
Yes.
Marriage in a monogamous sense is a blue pill ideology. There's no reason to listen to a bunch of red pillars about blue pill ideology. Right? If your idea is to go and find a woman or find a man, depending on what part of the spectrum you're coming from, build a long-lasting relationship, get married, have children, and then build your lives together. Good?
Yeah, I just felt like something was crawling on me.
Okay. So if that's your goal, then guess what? You can have that, but there are certain things that you need to do, and desensitizing yourself so that you can't pair bond is not one of them.
Right.
Right? Pair bonding happens to both men and women.
That ain't the move.
I'm not sitting here suggesting or under the impression that most of us are going to make it out of high school and not have done something. That's not realistic. There are some unicorns, but by and large, most of us ain't even going to get to 18 before we done did that. I understand that. When you get to the point where you can understand what pair bonding is and stuff like that, you need to start to take, I don't want to say pride, but you have to understand what you're doing when you're going around sleeping with multiple people, especially as a woman, but also as a man. And what happens is when you get married, the pair bond that the two of you can have is going to be lessened. Yes, it matters how many people you have in your body count. When you're talking about being a monogamous family. So, if you want to have a monogamous relationship with a man, there are other things that you're going to have to come to the realization of that they have good information on. Okay? If you are one of these women who thinks that you're going to get married and your man is going to be in any sexless marriage and you're not going to have drama, I feel bad for you because you might be in the 50% divorce rate. If you feel like you're going to get married to a man and you're going to go and spend his money and run his credit card up and jack up his credit and think that you're not going to have serious relationship problems, you might end up in that 50% divorce rate. There are things that they're talking about that you have to take heed to. This, however,
is not one of them.
Is not one of them. Hold some pride. Hold on to your goodies. Lock it down until a man shows that he is worthy of it. Now, here's the bad part. Some dudes will scheme long term.
Yeah.
Some women will scheme long term. So
yeah, we seen it. What was it? A Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin. Y'all seen that?
I don't even remember that movie.
Yeah, that's a throwback. 90s.
I can't say nothing because I'm listening to Wu-Tang in my headphones.
He was trying to play the long-term game.
I can't even call it. But yeah, okay, so that's what happened in the movie, right? So there are a lot of situations where people will play the long game on you. I get it, and it's a hard road to be out there, and that would be the reason why a couple of videos ago we said have people around you to vet the people that you're dating. That is one more way for you to be able to eliminate. Now, if the people you got around you, you remember back in the day, Erykah Badu did this song said, "You better call town." She did all of that. Yo, if your vetting party as a man is Daquan and them, y'all be chilling, y'all go out, y'all drink, y'all hit the clubs together, or it's your girl Tanisha and she be out here and she can't stand, man, and she just a lot of it. We're not talking about them. We're talking about people with level heads.
Yes.
If it ain't your parents, and if it's not your guardian, if it's not your auntie, find somebody that got some daggone common sense in your family around you somewhere. I don't care if it's a coworker. If your whole family crazy, let a coworker be the person that vets people for you. Find somebody with some common sense and who's shown that they got some common sense, and let them meet these people so that you can know whether or not you need to continue with them or not. Because your bullshit meter might be all jacked up.
This is true.
And that happens a lot. A lot of our bullshit meters is totally messed up. And number one, we need to fix our bullshit meter. And number two, while it's broken and while it's in the shop, we need to borrow somebody else's bullshit meter. And you got to start listening to these people and start vetting some of these people. And don't just say, oh, I don't like him. Why? What's off? What feels off? Let them start to give you some insight, the things you need to look for.
Right.
And whoever the person you get, they gotta be the person that tells you the truth. If they always tell you that you're right about everything and they always agree, they are not that person. Okay?
You don't need a yes man.
You don't need some yes man. You get somebody that be telling you stuff that you need to hear, and sometimes they piss you off because you wasn't trying to hear it in the first place. You want to do what you want to do, and they were telling you was wrong, and you was going, and then you ended up feeling exactly what they told you was gonna feel, and you hated it, and you was mad, and you was like, dang it, I don't want to tell them they right. I ain't gonna see them for 3 months because they gonna forget that it ever happened. Find that person. Let them meet them, and let them start to pick some of these things out of people before you go and you sleep with them. That would help.
Yep.
I'm trying to get you guys to get married, to have long-lasting relationships, and to not be getting divorced in 5 to 7 years.
Right.
Okay? These are some of the things you have to do. You do have to clank it down. People was getting on Steve Harvey about that. They was getting on Tyler Perry about that. But that's because these people don't want to be married. They don't want families.
So that's why they're hating on
So if they don't want it, I'm not even going to call it hating. It's just a difference of opinion on how they want to live their lives. They don't have any women around them that have a high enough integrity level that they can see themselves ever getting married with. That is the problem. If you have built yourself a life that is great for you but doesn't have high integrity people, especially high integrity people of the opposite sex that you want to date, you'll become cynical about everything. That is also your fault, just like everything else. Yes, your whole life is your fault. It's a long story. I'll tell you about it in another video. And I do mean your whole life. From the time you was 18 and on, everything that happened in your life was your fault. It sucks. It sounds very Republican. But what I'm going to tell you is they was on to something.
Oh my God.
They was on to something. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get what you're trying to get. Anyway, I'm getting off subject, but I'm just saying, I'm just going to let it go now. Because I'm ranting. I started preaching a little bit. I became the Reverend Minister.
Hey, who mess is this?
Pastor. Not pastor. Pastor. J something. That's what I was for a hot second.
Really?
I'm going to turn it off now.
Really?
Turn it over to Deacon Annika.
Deacon.
Deacon Annika.
You want to be deaconess?
Deaconess? Okay. Deaconess Annika. I turn it over to Deaconess Annika. She gonna pass the plate round. Please, nothing smaller than a 10.
No, how they say it, coming to America? Now, we appreciate the donations that jingle.
Oh gosh.
But we really want the donations that fold or something like that.
Oh goodness. Wow. I don't remember what it was.
Anyway,
I'm gonna stop because I'm running the video long. But
hopefully you guys got our point.
Oh gosh.
In these past 2 videos, let us know what you guys think. Are you vibing with what we're putting out? Do you agree or disagree? Drop us a comment down below. You know, we want to have conversation, want to have dialogue. If you disagree with us, that's okay. You know, put your comment down there. Don't be surprised if we ask you, well, why? Because we want to know.
Yeah.
We really want to have conversation with you guys. All right. But that's going to do it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will see you guys next week. Till then, deuces.
That's the off button.